And it's game number 2, the Minnesota Twins and the St. Louis Cardinals. Carlos Martinez to the mound for the St. Louis Cardinals.
And he's shown it, and you look at the National League rankings, and they prove it. 1.40 ERA, that's first in the National League. And he is also keeping guys in the ballpark with Day here yesterday on top of the numbers you just gave.
And now you can make it 0 for 6. Garcia.
Terrific center fielder.
And the 0-2 is popped up. The shallow left, Marcell Ozuna battling the sun. Jake Odorizzi, homecoming for him. Grew up a Cardinals fan from Highland, Illinois.
But you're moving forward. That's the best way to compete in my mind as a player.
And a strikeout of DeYoung. The 2-2. Jose Martinez drives it out to center. Kepler back at the wall. In his last 84 plate appearances.
Got that fast.
Now the 2-2. Popped up. And that's Logan Morrison with.
These guys are going to be like that all year. Hey, remember that play? Remember that day for the Cardinals and all of our patterns.
I'd be interested in one for. And he hit him. The 0-2 pitch. And a fly ball lifted out to deep right center. Bader hustling over, makes the catch. 2 runners will tag up, 1 will score. And the 0-2. A strikeout of Odorizzi for a perfect game.
Right.
Think about this, Ricky, as Fowler strikes out.
I'm going to miss you for a long time, and we can't afford that, and you have to sell them on that. And that's
Olympic Stadium in June of 2019. Garcia running and out.
Brian Dozier. And you just hope it stays that way.
And you fooled him. Dates not very often on a Tuesday. That pitch outside. And the 0-1 hanging in the air into right near the line. Dexter Fowler with the catch.
Situationally, catcher makes a good throw. I think you have to keep trying.
Out to shallow center and a base hit for the 2-2 pitch to DeYoung. And he strikes out for the second time.
A little bit more delightful. So great to catch up with Lance Lynn. I know the fans really like him, Dan.
Absolutely. He didn't say he was hurt. Well, that's not his job to say that. I mean, and they mistakenly had him up and in a game.
There's a base hit to left off the bat of Garver. His second error, and a run will score. Big pitch, 3-2. And he'll get him. The ground ball that's hit to second, Carpenter. The 3-2, good at bat by Martinez. And there's the 0-2 pitch to Bader. And he pulls it to third.
I think it'd be a blast.
And there's a 2-1 pitch. Popped up. In New York?
I do, regularly.
Ooh, that's off the glove of Martinez and ruled a fair ball.
Flinched on it at the last second. And he did. He moves his head away, and he was in front of the bag, right?
That's right. And a base hit. Oh, boy. So 2 errors in the inning. Those 2 runners come in to score. And a fly ball into shallow center, right field, and the catch made by
4 to me.
Reaching for it, Pena, a ground ball to short. And Jerko lifts a fly ball, broke his bat into shallow left center, and the catch is made. The 3-2 is a base hit into right field, a few inches lower. Hops out on this one and throws to first. And that's ripped into right field, and a base hit to make it a 5-1 Minnesota lead on Dozier. And a ground ball left side and a double play. And the 2-1 is hit to short, and a quiet inning for the Cardinals. Thursday night pregame show at 8:30 from San Diego. Boy, that was right down the middle.
You say, I'm sorry to leave the great weather and go to San Diego and then to Minnesota.
I'd rather hear about the weather.
Great, and they mean business today. That is a pitch
minor league baseball in a farm system. The 2-2 and a swing and a miss. Now, whether that's next year or the year after or when, but he said it is coming. And the 1-1 pitch to Logan Morrison. Popped him up. Shift was on, so DeYoung
in this series, and that's just a brutally honest
baseball team.
Stay in contact with a lot of those guys from years ago.
Because of maybe putting up numbers for money. That's part of it. It's imperative that John Gant gave you at least 5 innings. Get into the 6 you're hoping.
8 innings plus a number of times this year.
Slap to Ozuna. Creation of one Marty Hendon. As DeYoung hits a fly ball into right. And a grounder that's hit to short. This should do it. The Twins come in and dominate the Cardinals in 2 games. Only 2 hits today in the final of 7-1.